Unleash, explorers of the hidden path. The ancient trail is beckoning with a whisper of secrets, and you are chosen to unlock wisdom. That profound ibis-headed sage, Thoth, has turned his timeless, all-seeing insight toward you from the depths of Egypt's enigmatic past, revealing the sacred art of knowledge to illuminate your journey and light up the corners of your mind with understanding. We're diving headfirst into uncovering wisdom that cuts through the fog, sharpening your mind to a razor's edge, and embracing enlightenment with a clarity that'd make the wisest pharaoh nod in approval, all powered by some deep, desert-woven Egyptian mystique that's been brewing for centuries. So, find a thoughtful space where you can ponder in peace. Take a quiet breath to settle your thoughts, grab a comfy spot or a cozy chair if it helps, maybe light a candle or two to set the mood if you're feeling the vibe, and let's embark on this wisdom-seeking adventure with a curious smile, an open heart, and a sprinkle of playful wonder. Thoth's got the scroll, ready to unfurl its secrets, and I'm here to guide you with a nod and a friendly nudge. Oh, and drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. Let's see where our wisdom seekers are journeying across this vast, mysterious world. Let's wander back to the enlightened days along the Nile, where pyramids stood as towering monuments of knowledge, their angles a puzzle of ancient insight, and the ancient Egyptians revered gods with heads that'd make any History Channel a blockbuster hit. Ibises, with their knowing stares that seemed to peer into the soul's depths, hawks with a piercing vision that could spot a grain of sand from the heavens, and jackals with a sly grin that hinted at the wisdom of the beyond, all embodying divine understanding with a flair that'd outshine today's intellectual icons. Stepping into the celestial spotlight is Thoth, the ibis-headed sage with a mind as vast as the desert sky stretching to the horizon, mastering wisdom, writing, and some profound secrets of knowledge that could light up any mind like a beacon in the night, turning the curious into sages. Historians marvel at him, practically dancing out of their dusty chairs, raving about how he taught humans to chart the stars with the precision of a cosmic navigator and record history with scrolls that preserved the ages like a time capsule. But the real treasure lies in the shadows. He shared sacred rites to unlock wisdom, guiding souls to enlightenment with a clarity that transcended the mundane. Those hieroglyphs scrawled on temple walls, etched into stone pillars, and painted on sacred papyrus, they weren't just artistic flourishes for idle priests to admire on a lazy afternoon. They were keys to knowledge, crafted by Thoth's divine hand like a master locksmith's tools, waiting for the right seeker to turn them and open the door to understanding. And that Ankh symbol, with its elegant loop and cross design that's become a favorite for tattoos, jewelry, and that thoughtful boho aesthetic, it's more than a stylish trinket to wear at your next gathering. It's a tool for insight, a gift from Thoth to unlock your mind and tap into the vast well of wisdom that flows through the universe. His legacy is like a hidden library buried in the desert sands, sealed in a clay jar and guarded by the whispers of eternity. And today, we're opening its doors with eager hands, a lantern to guide us, and a grin, ready for the revelations ahead. Get ready. This is going to be a mind-expanding, wisdom-filled ride that'll have you seeing the world through a sage's eyes. So, what's this sacred art of knowledge all about? Forget cramming textbooks until your brain buzzes or typing frantic Google searches for quick answers. This is about using ancient rites and rituals to uncover wisdom that goes beyond the surface, sharpening your mind through reflection, intuition, and a touch of Thoth's magic to cut through life's mysteries like a blade through silk. Thoth's teachings, hinted at in those elusive lost texts, like the legendary Emerald Tablets, still tucked away somewhere out there, if those cryptic tales from the dunes hold any truth, reveal how his priestly crew spent their days in quiet temple chambers, practicing these knowledge rites to gain insight, aligning their thoughts with the cosmic understanding that governed the stars and the seasons. Sounds deep, like something out of a philosopher's tome you'd ponder by lantern light? Sure, but let's dig into the evidence that gives this some solid ground. The pharaohs didn't rule their vast lands with blind luck or a shaky grasp. They drew on these wisdom rites to sharpen their minds, shaping wise empires that stood the test of time with a clarity that turned chaos into order, all thanks to Thoth's guidance. Or take those temple scribes, whispered about in ancient lore, said to decipher the universe's truths with Thoth's wisdom, turning riddles into revelations with a skill that baffled even the cleverest minds. It's like he handed them a mental lantern to light the way, and now it's our turn to pick it up and shine it on our own path. How do you kick this off? Step 1. Light the mind and set the stage for insight. The Egyptians didn't just stumble into wisdom with a casual, let's think hard shrug. They'd gather in thoughtful temple sanctuaries or shaded courtyards, ankh in hand, performing rites with incense, soft chants, and a focused intent to open their minds to the unseen, turning their practices into a spiritual keyhole. You can give it a try too. Find a thoughtful spot where the day's noise can fade into a hum, your study with the lights dimmed to a warm glow, a garden corner where the breeze carries whispers, or even a quiet nook in your home, lit by a single candle, if that's your haven. Hold something meaningful to anchor your quest, like a book you've loved, a smooth stone you've carried for luck, or even a pen that's written your dreams, and sit or stand with a calm posture. Close your eyes after a quiet breath and visualize an ankh glowing softly before you, its golden light unfurling a scroll of wisdom in your mind, each line revealing a clue or insight to your questions, filling you with a sense of clarity that sharpens your thoughts. Feels a bit odd, like something you'd imagine after a late-night dive into a mystery novel? Sure, but stick with it for a week. People swear they feel wiser, more attuned to solutions, and ready to tackle life's puzzles with a clearer head. Science even throws a nod this way. Studies on meditation, mindfulness, and cognitive enhancement show it can boost memory, improve focus, and help you connect the dots in ways you didn't expect. Thoth might have been the first wisdom teacher with feathers, leading knowledge sessions with an ibis head tilt and a knowing wink. Imagine him perched on a temple step, unrolling scrolls under the stars like a professor of the cosmos. Let's debunk a myth before we dive too deep into this mental treasure hunt. You might think unlocking wisdom is all about stuffing your head with facts or winning trivia nights with a smug grin. Nope. Thoth would smile at that shallow take and probably give you a gentle nudge with his beak to look deeper. His rites weren't just about memorizing dates or names, they sought deep understanding, a holistic insight that blended intuition with knowledge, turning the curious into the enlightened. New Age hype sometimes goes overboard, claiming you can wise up instantly with a single meditation or a crystal on your desk. Total fluff. If your friend's neighbor brags they became a genius overnight with one ritual, tell them Thoth's method is more like a scholar's lifelong quest. It takes patience, reflection, and a bit of effort, not just a quick mental download. Now let's crank up the visionary factor. Picture this. You're standing in a grand temple chamber, the air thick with swirling incense that teases your nose and makes you feel like you've stepped into a sage's sanctum, and the hieroglyphs carved into the stone columns around you seem to pulse with a warm, golden light, almost alive with the energy of wisdom. Suddenly, Thoth strides in like a sage rock star of the ancient world, his ibis head serene and glowing, holding an ankh that hums with a quiet, insightful power that resonates with the universe's secrets. He leans in close, his voice echoing off the stone like a riddle wrapped in a whisper, and says, "Unlock your mind. Seek the light of understanding." Pretty cool, huh? Modern psychology gives a little nod here. Focusing on reflection and visualization can sharpen your insight, enhance problem solving, and give you that eureka moment that lights up your day. Ever had a sudden aha realization after a quiet moment or a deep thought? That's Thoth's sacred art at work, tuning your mental lantern. Some brain geeks even suggest this ties into how your brain processes patterns and intuition, potentially linking it to improved creativity, though there's no hard proof Thoth knew the neuroscience behind it. Still, it's a joy to picture him as a knowledge guru, leading wisdom sessions with a feathery flourish 5,000 years ago. Here's where it gets juicy. The big twist: this sacred art of knowledge can transform you from the inside out, turning confusion into clarity and ignorance into insight. Ancient tales say Thoth's followers use these rites to solve life's mysteries, turning their minds into mental lanterns that produced real, illuminating results. Think of it as a spiritual light switch with a glow. Imagine confusion or a tough decision crashing down on you like a sandstorm. Close your eyes, picture that golden ankh glowing in your hands, and visualize its light unfurling a scroll of wisdom, parting the fog to show you the way forward like a map drawn in starlight. Sounds a bit profound, like something out of a sage's tale you'd read by candlelight. Maybe, but science throws some support into the beam. Studies on reflection, mindfulness, and cognitive exercises show it can boost problem-solving skills, enhance memory retention, and give you a surge of clarity that keeps you steady. One user on a forum swore their mind felt sharper and their decisions clearer after these knowledge sessions. Placebo or Thoth's illuminating touch? You be the judge. It's worth a chuckle and a try. People report a keener intellect, a knack for spotting solutions, and even a sense of enlightenment that makes life's puzzles less daunting. But hold on, there's more. This wisdom isn't just for you. It's a bridge to connect with others in a shared quest for understanding. Thoth's wisdom was all about unity, not just solo intellectual glory. Picture this: your best friends wrestling with a mental fog, so you close your eyes, see that glowing ankh, and visualize their wisdom blossoming alongside yours, like a shared light on the hidden path guided by a mutual glow. Cheesy? Sure, but it's got some science behind it. Your brain's mirror neurons fire up when you empathize or imagine someone else's insight, creating a real emotional link that can lift you both. Some say group knowledge rites take it to the next level. Round up your crew, find a quiet space, light some candles, or sit under the open sky and do it together, feeling the room hum with a collective vibe like a philosopher's circle with extra depth. No lab coat study has nailed this down yet, but the online chatter is buzzing with stories of shared revelations and uplifted minds after a group session. Maybe Thoth was the original team wisdom pioneer, hosting knowledge gatherings under the temple roof. Now let's talk about what happens if you master this sacred art. You might unlock a brilliance that rivals the ancients, make wiser choices that steer you toward your dreams, forge deeper connections with those around you, or uncover truths that give your days a new purpose. That tricky problem at work that's been stumping you, maybe you'll see the solution through a wise lens and share a mental spark to crack it open. Or that random flash of understanding that hits you while you're visualizing your inner scroll. Could be Thoth, lighting the way, guiding you to a breakthrough idea or a life-altering insight. But here's the catch. It takes effort and a patient mind. Skip those daily knowledge sessions and you're back to stumbling through life's mysteries like a traveler without a map, faster than you can say, Ankh. And whatever you do, don't go bragging to everyone that you're the new oracle of wisdom. Your friends might think you've gone full philosopher, read too many old books, and stage an intervention to bring you back to earth. Balance is key. Use this power wisely and keep it rooted in your journey. So, what's the big picture here? Thoth's sacred art of knowledge is your personal wisdom key, tucked away in your mind like a hidden scroll waiting to be unrolled with the right touch. You don't need a magic spell or a time machine to tap into it. Start small with 5 minutes a day, visualizing that golden ankh lighting your mental path, and watch how wisdom and clarity start to weave into your life like a thread through a tapestry. Maybe you'll ace a tough decision, lift a friend's spirits with your insight, or just feel less lost in life's labyrinth. Thoth chose you for a reason, so don't let that lantern stay dark. It's not about instant genius or snapping your fingers for a perfect mind. It's about building a habit, seeking step by step, like carving one of those epic hieroglyphs with care and time. One person tracked their knowledge sessions and swore they manifested a solution to a personal riddle. Coincidence or Thoth's illuminating nudge? You tell me. And if sitting still feels too static, spice it up with music. A soft, rhythmic chant or desert melody can turn it into a wisdom dance, making those scroll images flow like a movie in your mind. No hard data backs this yet, but it's a fun experiment worth a laugh and a try. Let's dig deeper into the history for a moment. Thoth wasn't just a one-trick pony with a cool bird head. He was tied to the moon and the night, which the Egyptians saw as symbols of wisdom, intuition, and the hidden knowledge that flowed through the unseen world. Maybe that's why unlocking wisdom feels so linked to those lunar cycles, new moons bringing new insights. Archaeologists have uncovered temple carvings showing priests holding Ankh symbols during moonlit rites, possibly tuning into Thoth's frequency to gain understanding. Were they seeking wisdom under the stars, unraveling mysteries with every chant? It's a cool thought to chew on. And those emerald tablets? Legends claim they held the ultimate secrets to mastering knowledge. Imagine stumbling upon one in a forgotten tomb. Would it come with a detailed rite guide, a list of chants, or just more enigmas to crack with a wise eye? Either way, Thoth's legacy is a treasure trove of wisdom we're still exploring, one scroll at a time. Let's try some practical hacks to level up your knowledge game. Want to amp it up? Stare at a candle flame or a moonlit reflection for a minute. Let it draw you in, like a moth to a mystery. Then close your eyes and picture it transforming into that golden ankh, pulsing with energy as it unfurls a scroll of insight. Light and focus were key tools in those ancient rites, and maybe Thoth knew they could sharpen your mind like a scribe's quill. Or next time you're outside, pick a quiet night spot and feel the night's wisdom while visualizing your questions answered by the ankh's glow. Sounds a bit dreamy? Sure, but it's a thoughtful way to practice, and people say it grounds them, like a recharge straight from the cosmos. Thoth might have loved that nocturnal vibe. Keep a journal too. Jot down your knowledge sessions, those aha moments, and any insightful dreams that drift in. Some folks notice patterns after a month, like a wisdom roadmap unfolding, guiding them to their next revelation. One guy online swore he manifested clarity on a big choice after tracking his rights. Wild or real, you decide. What about the downsides? Overdoing it might give you a headache from too much focus or overanalyzing every flicker. Your mind can only handle so much enlightenment before it needs a rest. Take it easy. Thoth's priests didn't seek wisdom 24/7. They balanced it with life, laughter, and daily tasks. And don't expect instant sage status where you solve life's riddles with a glance. One person tried for a night and quit. Friend, even the pyramids took years, not hours. Patience is your new best pal here. If you start seeing too much, like every shadow telling a story, take a break and let your mind settle. Thoth's wisdom comes with a dimmer switch, so adjust it when needed. Back to you, my wise friend. Thoth's sacred art of knowledge is your ticket to a wisdom-seeking adventure, a tool to craft the enlightened life you're meant to live. Use it to chase a big question, lift a friend's spirits with a shared moment of insight, or just feel like you're navigating life's path instead of wandering blind. Start today. Laugh at the stumbles when your focus drifts, and share your wins with the crew. Like, subscribe, and comment. What wisdom are you craving with Thoth's help? Drop your wildest knowledge quest below. Let's keep this hidden path party thriving, and I'm stoked to hear your stories, wherever you're watching from under this enlightening sky.